When Charles and Rose Flachs were transitioning out of a successful career as professional ballet dancers, they looked to relocate in western New England. They found a mill building in Holyoke that was leasing space and opened the Massachusetts Academy of Ballet. This Saturday, they'll mark 15 years of teaching with a gala at Open Square in Holyoke. Producer Dave Fraser shares this story.
When you look at the mill complex that is Open Square in Holyoke, you may not think it would be suitable for a ballet studio. But for Rose and Charles Flachs, it seemed like a great location when they were looking to start a school of their own.
Just stepping into the space, it feels artistic. And sometimes artists are the ones who help revitalize different areas and cities, and we felt like this was something that we could contribute to by opening a studio here. So I started at about 11 years old. I graduated from high school a year early in Rochester, New York, and then moved to New York City to study with a very serious school, and had my first job at the age of 17. And it was a tour around the United States, sponsored by Columbia Artists, and my parents had to sign my contract. And then once I did that, I was like, this is what I want to do.
Happy with the music?
The objective is, when you're on stage, to make things look easy. But that is a skill unto itself, because any time that you're doing an athletic endeavor, especially one that's very codified and has certain expectations and requires you to be able to jump, to turn, and to move with apparent ease, you can equate it to any sport. So there is that portion of ballet, which I think I was initially attracted to. The artistic end of it, though, quickly catches up with you. And ballet is really a combination of the two.
After a successful career in dance, both Charles and Rose were looking to make a transition in their life.
The career of a professional ballet dancer is not really long. So to transition and start a family, we tried to look for a more secure job, and that was applying to colleges to teach. So we were hired by Mount Holyoke College in a shared position. So we share one professorship.
Along with teaching at Mount Holyoke, the couple started the Massachusetts Academy of Ballet in 2008. This nonprofit initiative provides an introduction to the art of ballet to those as young as 3, right through to adults.
And the training of ballet is really based on logic, anatomy, building blocks. You accomplish one skill and there's always something more difficult to do. And on top of that, there's the layer of artistry and musicality that the students, it's a beautifully layered approach to the art form.
Teaching is really different. You have to be able to step back, take your ego out of it, and try to work with the student as best you can, knowing it's not necessarily what you would do. They're a different person, they have a different body. How can you get the most out of them?
Sometimes I feel people have a preconceived idea of what ballet is, that it's this easy, wonderful, flowing thing. And it's really a hugely athletic form for, male and female dancers. And so it's based on building that strength. And that starts from the moment someone steps through the door.
With 15 years of students passing through its doors, the Academy has sent a handful of dancers on to become professionals, and Charles and Rose recognize those dancers in a unique way.
Once they get a paycheck for dancing, they become professional and they sign our wall. So it's a great tradition.
So as the Ballet Academy prepares to celebrate 15 years in the community, Charles and Rose are reflecting back on the impact ballet has had on their lives and the impact they are having on the lives of others through dance.
I think it was that we wanted to see if we could train dancers from a young age all the way to the professional career, and we have accomplished that, but as I mentioned before, that's not our only reason for teaching. I think the community that's created in our studio is also very important, and hopefully that's the thing that comes out the most from our work with the studio since we've opened.
Because I was a dancer professionally and then moved into teaching, there's a passion and a need to do it. Whereas, it's not necessarily what it brings to me, but I'm happiest doing it.